Good morning. All right, so thank you first, Karen, for allowing me the opportunity to tell my story. And I hope you find it inspiring. So I want to take you back to June 13, 1991. I was 6 years old, and my parents are clergy people from the Druze religion. Anybody knows anything about the Druze religion? So the Druze religion are, if you're watching the news right now, they're being massacred in Syria, unfortunately. And it's surprising to know that Israel is the only country who is stepping up to defend this tiny, tiny minority of people. We're talking 1.5 million people across the world who belong to that sect. I'm not that religious or anything, but I'm just saying that there should be some sort of awareness to what's happening, to the barbaric massacre to my people in Syria. I'm from Lebanon, from the Druze of Lebanon, but I just want to maybe share some insights on that. But I want to take you back to June 13, when of course this is not me, this is AI generated, but the idea is that there's two main holy days for the Druze religion. One of them is Muharram, and I was 6 years old, and my parents take me to that. They spend overnight, praying. So as a kid, we like to take on the rooftop. So with kids, we do some sort of picnic at the rooftop. And so the females are in their own area, and the males are on their own area, and the kids go on rooftop. So what ended up happening is that my mom left in the middle of the night with her sisters. My dad thought that I was with my mom, so he left, thinking that I was with my mom. And so this place of worship is in the middle of the forest. So there's nothing around it. It's in a completely isolated area. And I happened to fall asleep on the roof. So my mom left back with her sisters, thinking that I was with my dad. My dad left, thinking that I was with my mom. And here I am, waking up 2, 3 in the morning, all alone in a dark forest that is so far from anybody. I did not have any phones, nothing, just a 6 years old, waking up, holy crap, what's happening right there? So it's so vivid in my eyes. Even now I'm 40 years old, but I can still see everything about it. It's like kind of a trauma. But then I remember that I was like, okay, well, let's walk. Let's start walking, because I know the direction, where should I go? But because the lights are off and everything, it was very scary. The forest has foxes, coyotes, and you name it, like all sorts of different animals. And here I am, like 6 years old, walking all by myself. And the moral of the story is that this kind of reprogram my brain in a certain way that gives me possibility, right? So the story represents the perseverance and sort of everything is doable. And the reason why I'm here in the land of opportunity is a testament to that continuation of that story, where it starts by a little kid figuring out that he's all alone in the forest and start walking, and then ended up in the land of opportunity pursuing his dreams. So I just want to share this insight in the beginning. So my journey with filmmaking was when my parents were sick and tired of me playing soccer all day long outside. They want me to have some sort of a job when I was a teenager. And so my dad called a local videographer who filmed weddings. And he said, hey, do you need any assistance? You don't have to pay him, just let him go and do some filming. And this is exactly, this photographer or wedding videographer took me on and trained me on how to hold the VHS cameras back in the day, you know, these massive. Again, this is AI generated. I didn't find any photo of my past holding the cameras, although I had one, but probably with my parents' house. So yeah, I used to go put like a big massive camera on my hand and film weddings, and I got fascinated with the cameras. I really loved all of this industry. Fast forward to graduating with an advertising and marketing degree and then leaving Lebanon to Dubai. And I started my advertising career in Dubai, working with big agencies, doing amazing work for one of the world's best brands. You're talking American Express, Unilever, Shell, McDonald's, Sony. All of these have been clients, and I was fortunate to have a very accelerated career where I ended up being a general manager for a company at the age of 30. So this is how my career progressed. Until I find myself in COVID. And during COVID, I was let go from my CMO position in Dubai. And at that time, I was like, okay, it's time to pivot. It's time to reflect on where do I want to go next. And this is when I decided to move to the US. I came to pursue a master's degree in information systems. At the time, AI was just about getting started. I was reading books for Ray Kurzweil and many other authors about the future of this technology, and I was like, okay, where's the best place to study it? And it's the US. Thankfully, I saved some money and I moved here, and I went to Cal State San Bernardino studying a master's in information systems. As I'm doing that, I met my beautiful wife, Diana, and you know, instead of going back to Dubai to continue my career, she locked me in here. So we ended up getting married and buying a house, and we have this beautiful family here. So I'm very grateful for that. And then the birth of Parrots Lab. So I don't want to bore you with the technicalities, but 15 plus years of marketing experience at the highest level. I went all in when I started my company. It wasn't easy, but with 2 years of trial and error, 2 years of frustration, nobody knows about me. I'm trying to sell novel, new technology products that not everybody know about. And I'm figuring out like I'm a stranger in a country that nobody knows me. So it's so hard for me to get my foot in the door in any of these businesses. So it was I struggled for 2 good years. Thankfully, in the beginning of this year, my company is experiencing rapid growth. Chris DeLeon here is one of my clients. Thank you for your trust and for your business. And so with now, our company has 6 employees and 14 clients and 21 5-star reviews. We really care about our 5-star reviews. So what do we offer? We believe in a formula for service businesses. So we work with service businesses, anywhere from a plumbing business all the way to law firm or anything that provides, anybody who provides service. And we kind of discovered a formula for success and for these service businesses. And that formula says that any business to be successful needs a steady stream of qualified leads. So you need to have leads. However, leads alone won't guarantee the sale. The sale needs to have brand authority. So if someone goes on Google and they're shopping for any service, they're window shopping. They don't have any particular relationship with any of these items on Google. And so the idea here is that if we combine being discovered on Google, if we combine getting ads that generate leads, leads are just people are showing up saying, I'm interested in what you're selling. That's a lead. So if we can get a lot of leads, but also build brand authority, now we have a winning combination for successful business. So after discovering that mega insight, we thought, okay, how can we build brand authority? And in this day and age, I believe the answer is video. And that's why I film myself everywhere I go, and I encourage every one of us, whether we have a business or not, to try as much as possible to record yourself and put yourself out there on video. Because this is our legacy. This is what is going to be left for us, for future generation to remember us with, is that video. And that video documents your stages of life, from a little kid all the way to passing out. And so, passing away, sorry, that's the right. As you can see, my English is still work in progress, okay? Yeah, so I feel that, I believe actually that video is tremendously important in this day and age. Everybody, when there are, like the amount of people who are spending time on social media is incredible. The amount of time that's being spent on social media is significant, and people are scrolling. I mean, if they are in the bathroom, they are just any free time, everybody is scrolling, and whoever they see when they scroll is the one that they're going to remember. Because we live in an information fatigue situation where if you're not there, you're kind of lost, and that's a shame, because everyone has a story and has a powerful story. And my platform, I built my own platform, but I also like to build other people's platforms. So if someone has an idea for a podcast, when I say podcast, the first thought is like it's an audio only. No, my podcast, or when I talk about podcast, is a video first podcast where we bring you to our studio. We built a state-of-the-art recording studio, 3 high-quality cameras, professional lighting, professional audio, and we want to tell your story. We want to tell the stories of people because we believe in this human experience. It's a magical thing, this human thing. Like, think about life on earth and think about conscious life that we are. It's so magical, and my mission in life is try to document and tell people's story as much as I can. And in doing so, it's also good for business, and that's what this chart is all about. You know, once you are documenting and filming and telling people your story, which is, anybody has a great story. I tried to start this speech with my story to show you that even a random person can have a great story. And so it's also good for business, and that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's basically what I said. All right, and that's basically it. I'm very open to questions, but if you want to schedule a one-to-one call with me, you can simply scan the QR code. It will take you to a calendar link. Sorry. It will take you to a calendar link so you can book a time on my calendar. I'm very happy to just get to know you better and talk about anything that you want to talk about.
Where is your office?
My office is in Banning, California, yeah.
Where did the name Parrots start?
That's a good question. So when I wanted to start my company in January 2023, I didn't know what I'm doing, really. I didn't know, so I was passionate about AI at the time. I was building chatbots for companies, and I didn't know what to do with it. But I know, for being a marketing guy for a long time, I know that animal brands, you can put any label to them. So if you have, if you have a frog, right? Like you can name, the frog could be an icon for any type of business. It doesn't matter what is the business. So at the time, I did not know what I'm doing, so I wanted an animal brand. But then I thought, like, parrots are quite amazing marketeers, right? Like Parrots, they have this colorful outfit. They can talk like humans. They are very, very smart. So I thought Parrots is a great, animal to build your company on. And since I didn't know what is this company gonna be, I added lab, which is an experiment, it is still this day, every day is an evolution for what we do, and it's an experiment. So, but yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for asking.
How long did it take you to get out of that forest?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I did not, I was scared. I was really, really scared, but I walked and walked and walked, and I don't remember how much it took me. It took me a lot. And everybody was shocked because when they discovered that, holy shit, where's Naja, right? So they were like scrambling to find me because they start driving back. But the forest has different like routes, the place, because again, the Druze are a minority and they are prosecuted. So the places of worship are usually hidden. And that's why we have the places of worship in places that you wouldn't ever expect that there's a place there. But yeah, it was quite a traumatic experience, but I think I'm grateful to be alive.
Steve has a question.
When my Arabic husband explained to my little girls how life was in Naja, Iraq, and how they slept on the roof when it was very hot. My youngest daughter was about 6, and she said, "You slept on the roof? Didn't the straw tickle you?"
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very fun event for us kids. When we go to these places, I mean, we're kids, like we don't really care about the worship and everything, but we just like care about the picnic that goes on the roof. We have chips and popcorn and you name it. But yeah, unfortunately now the Druze are in a very, very tough spot in Syria. It's like back in the old days of barbaric going to houses and killing everyone and doing very, very horrific videos. I don't want you to see them, but they're really, really bad right now. And I'm not that religious, more on the liberal, more on the, what do you call it? Secular. I'm more secular than religious, but I just, from the humanity standpoint, I think what's happening is really tragedy back there. Thank you.
On one of my trips to Israel, we went through a community of Druze, and you may not know, they are one of the few non-Israeli that can serve in the Israeli army. And our guide is telling that a lot of the Druze are the offshoot of the IDF.
That's correct. And yeah, a lot of people get surprised to see an Arab supporting Israel. Israel are no angels, of course. They are in the middle of a very volatile situation and they're trying to survive. And a lot of Arabs hate them. But I think in this situation, there's nobody is saying a word about what's happening except Israel. So you have to give them credit for that. So.
I'm sure you've thought this, but how can video of some of our Rotary events maybe help increase or get the word out for membership?
Oh, absolutely. That's, me and Karen are having a lot of conversations about that. I think for the new generation to attract new people, video is going to be instrumental because the younger generation are on TikTok, are on Instagram, are on these platforms, and when we communicate in the Rotary via mail or via printed materials or stuff, which is very good and nothing bad about it, but when we're not there on their platforms, they think that this is for old people that they don't want to engage with. But when we bring it to them, we have a lot of opportunity to engage with them and get them to understand the power of Rotary and why they need to join and share. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.